Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Kayla, I'm the Blessed Driver here, and I wanted to do a quick vlog. I promise this will be quick about Instacart and how they handle issues, customer relations in regards to shoppers. Now, I do not necessarily agree with how they handle situations when it comes to shoppers and customers. Now, I know that sometimes you might have a few flighty shoppers, and then you also have some flighty customers. However, I have noticed a trend with Instacart and how they handle discrepancies and issues with customers and with shoppers. Now, what I have experienced, not only just me, but based upon what other shoppers have experienced, is that a lot of customers are very abusive. Now, when I'm talking about abuse, I'm not just talking about physical or, stuff like that, because most of them won't be stupid enough to put their hands on you. I've had a couple of incidences where they were trying to be funny, but I'll get into that later. However, when I say abuse, I'm talking about verbal abuse and mental abuse and stuff like that. Because now I am going to do a series of videos on types of customers that you will deal with in Instacart, but I'll do that later. However, now, I know sometimes as a shopper, you may end up shopping for a customer, and sometimes they do add on orders or add on items at the last minute. It happens and it's no big deal. But then there are customers who intentionally keep trying to add on things on purpose. Now, sometimes they may say that or ask you, hey, is this in the store? Can you get this? And they keep doing it like the entire time you're shopping. Now, I just encountered a situation with a girl who I delivered to for the first time. And surprisingly to me, she's African American as well, whatever she is. And so the first time I delivered to her, I noticed that when I got to the store, she started sending me messages through the app and was like, hey, can you get this? Can you get this? Can you get this? Can you get this? And she's been very anal about every little thing that she wanted. Now, I know some people are picky about their food. There's nothing wrong with that. However, she was being really specific. And when I say specific, like, she was being funny about the little stuff. And she goes, oh yeah, by the way, can you get a pack of this? Oh yeah, by the way, can you get this? Can you this? It was constant. And I said, I'm sorry, man, but they don't have that. Well, find something else then. Stuff like that. And so when I dropped off her order, this is like maybe about a month or so ago, she gave me this funny look, like, it's really weird. And I was still courteous to her and everything. Gave her order, and that was it. I thought nothing of it, but I knew something about her was wrong because she was just being funny when I gave her order. And so today I had her again. And as soon as I started shopping, oh, hey, by the way, can you get this? Can you get this? Can you get this? Can you get this? And she wanted some water because, as you guys know, we are possibly getting a hurricane here. And so there was no water. Literally, there's none at the store. And so we were chatting for a while, and she kept sending me messages and stuff. And like, I couldn't send her any messages back. There's something wrong with the app, y'all. We have app problems often. And so sometimes a customer may send a message and I might not get it because I was shopping for many people all at one time. And she kept giving me problems as I was shopping for her. So I won't go into the entire detail about what happened with her because I had to contact Instacart and they blocked me from going with her because it escalated from there. However, it's doing things like that. And I had, what was it? I want to say it was on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday, I believe. I had a batch and I was shopping for two people, I think 2-3 people. And the notes, and I knew I was going to have problems with this customer. Never had them before. The notes, the customer said that they wanted a watermelon. And in the notes it said, please do not get me that tiny mini watermelon because I will not accept it. And I also said in the notes, I will not accept any replacements or substitutions, and a whole bunch of exclamation points. So I already knew what I was dealing with. However, they sent me some messages to the app immediately when I started shopping. Can you get this? Can you do this? This and this and this. So whatever. I tried my best to accommodate them. Meanwhile, because I was shopping for 3 people. So they did not have any watermelon. They had none because it was Labor Day. A lot of stuff was out of stock. I never said anything. I just put it as refund because it would not allow me to do any substitutions because that's what they wanted. I never said nothing. The customer sent me a message on the app, said, literally, are you serious? Are you saying that they are out of watermelons? And so I'm looking at this app like, what? So I replied back, I apologize, but I never said anything. They do not have anything like that here. And you said specifically in the app to not do any replacements or substitutions. I apologize, but I can get something else if you like. They didn't want that. And so they said, I don't believe you. And they were just going off on me. And I said, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but if you like, you're more than welcome to have your order redelivered. You can cancel this order and have it redelivered because some stores may have certain things in stock. And all of a sudden they reply back, you know what, I don't like your attitude. It's just too much for me. And so, and then the person replied back, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and call the store because I don't believe anything that you're saying. And so, they called and they said allegedly they had the item there. They did not have any there. And oh yeah, I talked to the produce manager. They have some there in the cooler. There was nothing in the cooler. And so basically it escalated from there. And so they called Instacart to cancel it. Well, actually, I called before. I think we were calling at the same time. They canceled the order because I'm not going back to them. I'm not even going to shop for them no more. And so that particular time, Instacart did block because there was proof in my app that the customer was harassing me while I was shopping. And that was only because I was able to get it in time. However, that does not always happen with Instacart. I just called earlier about an issue that I had with a customer who was harassing me while I was shopping, and even before I ever got there. The girl on the phone said that there's no reason to block because she said that we can't cancel or block you from a customer just because they're being annoying. And so I said, well, this is abuse. I was like, they're not just being annoying. I said, because should something happen, which you guys normally do, a customer can come back to you guys and lie, which they do, and then you guys will take their side. So what you guys do, instead of investigating it, you block or you deactivate our account or suspend it, and then you try to investigate the matter based upon what they said. And, dealing with stuff like that. And so we deal with a lot with these people, I tell you guys. And so my thing is, when I feel like I'm threatened or whatever, of course I'm going to say something. And my thing is, verbal abuse to me, is threatening. You got some people that are used to stuff like that. They're probably abusive to a lot of people. They're probably used to talking to people any kind of way. And I think with Instacart, they feel like, okay, well, they didn't call you the N word. They didn't call you the C word. They didn't call you a B or whatever. They didn't use profanity. But if they're just being rude and nasty, it's okay. You can deal with it. Why? Because they want to make money. Think about it. If other shoppers are dealing with the same thing, then that means that there's an issue with the customer, right? But Instacart feels like we have to tolerate dealing with nasty and rude and arrogant people because why? They're afraid that they're going to miss money. And usually it's the one that spends the most money. They're the most nasty sometimes, but not all the time. However, I just think that, we should not have to tolerate abuse. I'm not going to tolerate it. At least I know I'm not. And my thing is, what if something pops off? What if a shopper just snaps? I mean, I'm not going to do that. But, what if a shopper decides just to snap? And now there's a fight or something. Of course, no one's going to do that. But I'm just saying, or what if the customer snaps? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it's just too much. It's just too much to deal with sometimes. And I believe as a shopper, we should have a right to say, no, I don't want to deal with this customer. No, I just feel uncomfortable and things like that. Now, if you feel like, because I have had some issues where I have had many customers blocked, married men coming on to me and stuff. And I've had like just people being verbally abusive and calling me outside my name. Like I've had that a couple of times. So yes, they will block that. But I just think that with Instacart, they feel like, okay, well, that's not good enough proof to say you don't want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, to me, I think that's wrong. And I just feel like if we're not comfortable delivering to a customer, if they're being rude to us, and here's the thing. If a customer rates you low, it's going to go against your ratings. If they say something about you in the app that's not true, Instacart is going to most likely believe them. And this is why it's good to report things as soon as it happens. But for me, I'm not dealing with it. That's just me. And so I don't feel like I have to take that abuse, and I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe that some shoppers, and I'm probably one of the ones, there are some people that just are targeted. Like some people just get something on the inside of them and they start to target you for like no reason. They might not even know you. As soon as you start shopping, here they come with all this, can you get this, can you get that, and just being nasty and just sending like conniving messages. You got people like that are just evil like that. And so for me, I'm not going back there. I'm not going to deal with you. Why? Because I'm not going to take your abuse. Now, some things you can just brush off, like, all right, whatever, whatever. But my thing is, when you deal with people like that, it's going to escalate eventually. And then there's going to come a time where you're like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this no more. Or you're going to end up saying something and then it's going to eventually go against you. I try to stay as professional as possible. At the same time, I'm very firm. I'm like, look, I apologize. That's not in the store, or please don't talk to me like that. I've said that to a customer through the app. I was like, look, please do not talk to me like that. And then Instacart blocked me and it's good that Instacart monitors what you're saying in that chat app. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to let you guys know, do not take the abuse. Do not let Instacart bully you and say, you know what? No, just deal with it. No, you're not going to deal with it. And if you guys have to, get a lawyer, because what it sounds like is that you're working under very inappropriate circumstances with a company. I don't care if we're independent contractors or not. We should not have to take any verbal abuse or any harassment from anybody. And some of you guys can just say, you know what? I don't care. That's you. But for me, no. Because let me tell you something. All it takes is one bad apple to spoil the bunch. and get one customer that does it, then you're going to have 2, then you're going to have 10, then you have 20. You get some people that think that they can say and treat you any kind of way because you're providing a service to them. No, absolutely not. You guys are human beings and you matter. You mean something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that people should have to take abuse just because we are working for somebody or delivering a product. No, absolutely not. So I'm not going to do it. So my suggestion to you, and I know I hear this all the time from y'all, if you feel uncomfortable delivering to a customer, if you feel threatened, if you feel like this is making you under a lot of pressure, or it can affect your health, blood pressure, etc., reach out to Instacart and tell them I'm not delivering no more. And I dare them to say, no, we're not going to do it. Get a lawyer. That's all I got to say.